It was Crocomire, I'm sorry.
Yes, it was Crocomire.
Alright. I haven't played that game forever, though. That game is 20 years old. It will be 21 in March. That game will be legally able to drink.
At least in America. It's been legally able to drink in Canada for some time.
Oh, yeah. Quite a while if you live in Quebec.
America's the only country that matters. Why the hell are we talking about Canada?
It's Canada's best. Just a while ago, you wanted to kill me and steal my Canadian citizenship.
No, he wasn't going to kill you. He just wants you to die for it. He's not going to do it himself.
Die violently.
Well, you know, there's not many other ways to go. I mean, you're not going to die of old age anytime soon.
Yeah, that free healthcare is keeping that going on.
Alcohol poisoning would be an agonizing way to go. Liver failure would also be horrible. Really, the only option you have is a violent, painful death.
Or tumors. Tumors will do it.
Tumors would also probably be pretty painful. At least in the last stages.
Yeah, depends. Could just have a tumor grow in my heart and make it stop.
Anyway, look, it's Jaguar Javier.
Hey, buddy. Brought you some pants. No? Come on, everybody's doing it. It's the hot new trend. Got pockets and stuff. We can store things without having them smell like our junk later.
Pants are highly overrated. I mean, I bought a backpack a few years ago and I haven't needed pants since.
I totally whiffed that throw.
Yep.
Good job, Kalon.
A nice thing about Intenso is that it creates a shockwave that lightly damages things, so if you Intenso standing right next to the cactus, since they only have 1 health, you immediately kill them.
They can't handle it.
They can't handle how intense you become near them. I don't ever do that here for some reason, mainly because my Intenso bar is still kind of small, but...
Okay.
So I don't really want to waste it.
I was kind of waiting for you to do that, and now I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I will do it at some point later on in this video. Oh, speaking of new costumes, which we weren't at all, actually.
It's that thing we killed.
Yeah. The benefit to this is that you deal a shitload of damage, but you also take, like, double or triple damage.
Well, yeah, you're red. That's how the color red works.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, flames make the car go faster. Blue LEDs make your computer run cooler. These are just facts of science.
Green LEDs give you more power.
It's true.
I don't know what the yellow one's LEDs, though. Science hasn't quite figured that one out. The LED R&D department is still working. Oh my god, you're a dragon.
Yes, I am. And I forget to show it off, but skeleton chicken is a skeleton chicken. I mean...
Well, yes.
I know about skeleton chickens. That's what happens when I'm done with fried chicken.
Yeah.
Entire chicken fried.
Their natural habitat is the bottom of KFC bowls. I'm impressed that you got that the first time. Wow.
It's funny that you go to KFC, but, like, the KFC around here is awful. The Popeyes is better, and even then, like, we go to the local grocery store because their fried chicken is actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, we don't actually go to KFC. That was just... we have a Bojangles. Bojangles is the best. So we don't actually go to KFC. I just chose that as the most relatable... Oh, it's that dude from Journey.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have stuck to a desert environment. But yeah.
So we're gonna finally fight the Jaguar. This is kind of a bad costume to do it in, not because he will devastate me, but because the fight is over too fast.
You can't really see him coming. You can only see what's going on to his immediate left and immediate right.
But yes, he has one unavoidable attack. Otherwise, he fights a lot like you, actually. He has basically his version of the special moves, and it's really an interesting fight. I just breeze through it because, unfortunately, I'm wearing a costume that allows me to breeze right through it.
But you just said this was a bad costume to fight him in.
No, I said it's a bad costume to fight him in because the fight is over too quickly.
Oh, I stopped paying attention. Sometimes sometimes when you say words, I just start thinking about entirely different things.
Yeah, I mean, I've known that. Well, that was an interesting boss that I completely obliterated.
Yep, good OP. Best showing things off.
You beat me up really good. I guess that means humanity's okay.
Yeah, what the fuck? You just turned into every anime ever. You beat me, now I'm your friend.
That's how punching works. Have you never hit a guy hard?
The only villain in the original game that didn't join your side after you beat them up was Hothead.
It kind of skeeves me out that he calls himself a bad kitty. Like, one, wasn't he originally just a dude?
I think so, yes.
I think he might have just slipped into psychosis there. And two, ew. First time I read it, I thought he said, "Please lick my wounds," and I was like, oh god, this went way, way wrong. I think you have vastly misjudged our relationship, Javier. Joe.
Is it talking about Tim not being able to fuck your mother now?
Yeah, because he wants to become bros. Yeah.
Is that a common thing? That's... You know, we're friends now, so I won't fuck your mother, because otherwise I would. Like, what?
He's been saying about that the entire game, though. It's his thing, I guess.
Get him, that's creepy thing. Good god.
Back in the desert, we find this dude. I don't really want to go to the final area because there's a lot left to do, and that after the Jaguar Javier fight, there's only the final area left to go.
This is clearly a dragon, not a luchador. Dragon. Small, scaly,
Yeah.
has wings. Dragon. There's no mask, and he's not suplexed anyone in recent memory. Dragon, not dragon.
Yes, not a dragon.
Just any point of a doctor scout in there?
That's a miner's cap, you ding-dong.
Yeah.
No, that's like a thing the doctors used to wear, reflective dealy.
No, that's the thing the miners used to wear that lights up. So they can see without having to hold a flashlight. So they can mine things with a pick. You know, like in that mining cart right there, where there is not only 2 picks, but 2 shovels.
Mm-hmm.
Where's his canary, then?
It died in the mine. Like it was supposed to.
Where's my elephant?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go to El Inferno.
Or possibly India.
Look, it's a chalk mule, but oh. Well. Guess no place to go but down. You know, when people tell me to go to hell, I usually don't expect them to mean that literally.
I'd see that you've dressed appropriately, though. That's important.
Anyway, El Inferno used to be DLC only. It's just a bunch of random challenges that you can do. Some of them are annoying, some of them are more annoying. One of them is kind of okay.
Oh, good. So Batty won.
Anyway, you can't actually do all of the challenges until you have gotten the flying ability, so that's why I held it off until now.
Seems a pleasant place.
Mm-hmm.
I like the statue. People seem happy and friendly.
It's the Devil's Advocates law firm.
Yeah.
They should have just ripped off The Simpsons and did a pinball machine. Because that's the best joke that ever been made about Devil's Advocates.
Oh, melting sombreros.
We're gonna just be normal Juan because I think wearing the costume sort of makes the challenges cheatingly easy, at least in some of them.
You have to wait. What an impatient cock. There's probably stairs. I imagine you guys have a pretty strict fire code.
Actually, there are no stairs.
Ah.
Yeah, the only way to get to where you need to go is the elevator, because this is hell, after all.
Well, that's just stupid. I mean, what are you going to do if the building stops being on fire?
I don't know.
You have no emergency plans. God.
I don't think there's an OSHA in hell, Ape.
But then where else did OSHA come from? Doonch. I'm here all night to tip you waitresses.
Don't diss OSHA, man. OSHA saves lives.
Anyway, in this first challenge, you have to get to the end as fast as you can. And the best way to do this is just to jump up the stairs and then eventually fly. But yes, basically almost none of these are going to be the first take. Basically, if you see me read what the challenge is supposed to be, then it is the first try. If I just blaze right through it, then it is definitely not the first take.
Yeah, you're terrible at LPs. You're supposed to be like, yeah, no, it's all totally the first take, because I'm good at video games.
Since when have I been good at video games?
My name's KFC. This is how I talk.
This one, you have to get as high challenges as you possibly can, and the best way to do this is just to continually throw skeletons.
Always be German suplexing.
Because throwing them adds to your combo.
Also, they make a funny noise, and it amuses me.
It's also very rude.
Listen, they were rude to me first. They
appeared.
Yes, they existed. That's extremely rude.
How dare they? There is a strict flesh code in this town.
Yes, some of these challenges actually are so hard that they don't have... not all of them have bronzes or even silvers, and the gold requirement is to just finish the challenge.
Oh, that's good.
That flesh code joke didn't work as well as I thought it would.
Yeah, I'm sandbagging that intentionally because that's fucking terrible.
Oh god, this one. So, these enemies are invincible except against the spikes in the wall, but the spikes in the wall aren't always there, so you have to activate that switch periodically.
Yeah, no.
It's really hard to get this in under the minute that they are asking you to do.
I would not have the patience for this.
I've had to do this 3 times because I hate myself.
That's not too bad.
No, I'm talking about getting the gold rank 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the only way to 100% the game is to get a gold rank in all of the challenges. And like I said, I hate myself.
I hate you too, but, I wouldn't make you do this.
If you really hated yourself, you'd platinum Duck Dynasty.
No, you can't make me.
I like that poster. I want that poster in my room.
This one's not too bad. You just have to be careful about your dodge timing, and actually the timing for gold is a little generous. You can afford to get hit once or twice.
There's your twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you done did it. You the best.
Scout and
come on,
accountant.
talk to that dude.
Talk to the scout and accountant.
No, he probably doesn't want to be bothered.
Oh, this one is actually pretty easy with Intenso. You just have to survive for 1 minute and 45 seconds. I could have actually gone much longer. In fact, my original plan was to see how long I would survive, and then eventually I get bored and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Also, if too many enemies get on the bridge at once, I think the bridge just collapses under the weight of everything.
Nah. So you can't just, like, hide in a corner. Okay, that makes sense. Just, like, hang on to the wall. Here, you can't get me.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of enemies, because, like...
Well, yeah, skeletons don't weigh really much.
When you see me give up, like, it... about... You'll see, but there's a bunch of enemies on this bridge, and it still does not collapse. I still die. Because this is the, like, one challenge where dying actually ends it.
Actually, it would depend on what type of skeleton, Eve. Mammal skeletons are pretty dense. Bird skeletons and some reptile skeletons are fairly lightweight.
Yeah, that's why birds suck. Just give them a good kick.
Oh, yeah, but you have to hit them first. Birds are fast, little bastards.
Yes, to quote Guacamelee, have you ever punched a bird? That's funny.
But flying is actually twice as effective against fighting.
Yeah, and fighting is half effective against flying. That's why have you ever punched a bird?
Yeah. But fighting isn't effective against flying.
Well, not
yes.
Whereas in real life, fighting is super effective against it. I don't...
No, again, the problem is punching the bird.
Oh.
Have you ever punched a bird?
They can... Most of them, Kalon, they can fly. And they can go
like
way
these skeleton
above
dudes.
their reach.
About the only bird you can punch is like swans and geese, and you don't particularly want to get close to those.
Yeah, see, This is around the time I actually just fucking gave up.
I punched a Canadian goose once, and I have no regrets about that.
They were bastards. Like, when I was going to university, they took over a campus and were assaulting students regularly, so that's fun.
The best thing I've ever seen was there was one time I was going to work, and there were a bunch of Canadian geese in the road opposite of me. And a cop car comes turning down that road, just sirens blaring, and it's flying down the road. And the geese, being geese, they know they're protected. Those bastards know. So they don't get out of the way of the car thinking, oh, the car will stop because we're geese. Honk, 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 honk. No. That cop car plows through those geese. They go flying.
Yes.
It was the best thing I've ever seen.
That is great. Never wash those eyes again.
Like, this challenge, they actually disable your ability to dodge, and it really messes up my fighting game, because even though dodging isn't any faster than normal running, I still use dodge to move around a lot for some reason. It's also really hard to get the 120 requirement without being able to dodge. This is an easy one. You just have to jump up from platform to platform as fast as you can.
Yeah, this doesn't really seem particularly challenging.
No, this one's super easy. I don't mind this one at all.
So you throw them a freebie, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the time requirements are pretty strict, but it's still pretty easy.
You just barely got that.
Yeah. Oh, also, open invitation to anybody watching this in the thread that has this game. If you think you can beat my feeble scores, then feel free to record yourself doing so and post it.
We don't care, though.
We do get nothing.
Because who gives a shit? It's a video game.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to see if you can beat my score and then be like, hey, I beat your score, then, you know, I'll probably watch your video and be like, yeah, you certainly beat my score, alright?
Good job. I hope that was a good use of your time.
No fun, I'll make this worth your while here. Whoever beats most of Kalon's scores will get a shitty anime game I have in my Steam library.
You know what? I've got a copy of Fez and Monaco on Steam that I haven't used.
Okay, fine. Bring good games into this.
What's the worst one to beat?
The worst one to beat is probably an upcoming one that I will definitely let you know when we hit it, because holy shit, I hate that one, but
okay.
I don't want to spoil it right now.
Well, if you can beat this as yet unnamed challenge, it will beat his Kalon's high score. I will give you a copy of either Fez or Monaco.
If you beat, I will say, 10 of my scores, I will give you a copy of Frozen Synapse.
That's a pretty good game, actually. God, I love these posters!
Yeah.
I can't get enough of these posters. These are great.
This challenge is actually pretty hard because of that platform with the red spikes on it. Is you have to dodge as you're landing, and then immediately jump before your invincibility frames are gone. Oh, in this challenge, your throws are disabled, unfortunately, so that means no invincibility frames from grabbing dudes.
Yeah, also you can't have fun doing Germans and pile drivers, which is the main appeal of this game. Because you can pile drive an armadillo. That's great.
Yeah.
Sit-down pile drive, not tombstone pile drive.
You can pile drive a chupacabra. It's pretty good. I love this game.
More games could be improved with the addition of pile driving. I don't think there's any game that would not be improved.
It has to be a tombstone pile drive. I don't like sit-down pile drives as much.
Anyway, these guys are jerks. I'm finally going to talk about them because they are based around electricity, and they will fly with electricity and shoot electricity bullets at you, and all around they're one of the tougher enemies by themselves, but they're still pretty easy by themselves. Also, because we have 10 gold medals, we've unlocked something, but I'm just going to do these other 2 challenges first. Oh god, okay, so this challenge is probably going to be pretty easy to beat my time if you decide to restart every time you screw up, because I certainly don't do that. You have to go through these portals, bleh, and use your special moves in order to get through them. And it's pretty tough because there's green spikes everywhere. I didn't turn into a chicken man.
Oh, it just spits you right in the back every time. Damn.
That is super rude.
That is mean.
There we go. That should be an easy one to beat if you just constantly restart every time you screw up.
Oh man, somebody left a bunch of free axes.
Mm-hmm. Also, this one's pretty tough, at least in the final bit, if you don't do a little trick that I learned this run. So, here, because of the super long one, you don't want to do your vertical movement immediately. You want to drop down to closer to the bottom first. Otherwise, you'll hit the ceiling of the crawling thing, and you won't get enough clearance to clear it.
I mean, that's too low to chicken, right?
No, that's actually... Oh yeah, that is too low for chicken. So, because we had 10 gold bronze things, we get 5,000 gold, or $5,000.
Okay, good. That's useful at this point.
10 silver. We get a new ability!
Mm-hmm.
It's a special ability for the chicken called Chicken Bomb, or Pollo Bomba. Basically, as a chicken, you can lay explosive eggs now.
Banjo-Kazooie did this better.
And you also get another $5,000.
Also, Metroid. Oh shit, this is a 7% game.
Mm-hmm. A winner is you.
I want to see the portraits.
I'll walk by them a little slower next time.
One of them was Business Cat.
Yeah, it was.
I like Business Cat. And you have had a lot of paperwork piled up to... Oh, you made the same joke. Okay. Alright, never mind then.
Joke aborted.
Souls.
That's gonna be our catchphrase, joke aborted.
Also, that's a pretty great picture of a watermelon. I'd get a framed picture of a watermelon.
I totally would, yeah. That's classy in this weird way.
And for getting 10 gold medals, you get access to a chalk mule.
Oh.
Which, keep in mind, you need these for the good ending.
You unlock sideburns.
No, sideburn. We only have the one.
Alright, well we're gonna look like a doofus until we get the other one.
Yeah. Also, in case you forgot to notice, I did not edit out any of the loading screens in this episode. Whoopsie.
Yeah, hey Fred, go on Amazon, find me a classy watermelon painting.
For this, you will get nothing in return.
You'll get my gratitude.
That and a quarter will get you 25 cents.
I don't know. Well, I'll fucking ship you some beer.
Anyway, not only do we need the chicken bomb, but we also need to fly, because if you can't fly past those, then you will just be sent to the start of that hallway every time.
Seems like flying would solve more of your problems than you think it would. Mm-hmm. But no, not really.
Anyway, this challenge, you can't get hit at all because these enemies are super powerful, and they will kill you in one hit. No matter what outfit you're using.
Yeah, full of juice.
Yeah.
Luckily, suplexing defeats juice.
How many times does this take you?
Only once. This
Really?
is actually a pretty easy one, yeah.
You know, you can see him read the thing. See, I pay attention. Sometimes.
Yeah. Also, because I intento. I'm a filthy cheater because you usually don't get this in the DLC that this originally came in, so it was probably much harder. But I don't want to deal with these guys.
Nah, not doing this. Nah.
Nope.
It's gonna turn into a pale white guy.
Yeah, you see, because his message is white guy, so no. Not making that joke. And now it's implied so that you, the viewer, makes the joke, and you, the viewer, are a horrible person.
I really like those posters.
Now, this room would be much better to run as the skeleton because you use a lot of stamina in this room, but because that's kind of cheating, You just have to get to the finish line really quickly, but the finish line is in a place where you have to run and fly a lot.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, just enough, really. Suppose you could just hang on the wall.
Yeah, well, if you're hanging on the wall, then you regain stamina. As long as you're not using stamina, you can regain it. So, even hanging on the wall, it helps you regain some of it.
You know, this looks fucking miserable.
It's not that bad. It took me a couple tries, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, this fucking challenge, oh my god, this challenge is the fucking worst. You have to throw the chicken to the exit, and when you're in this particular area, the chicken does not move. But man, fuck this challenge. I think is the hardest one.
Yeah, this looks crappy.
This is the challenge that Ape will give the reward for. If you can beat my time on this challenge, then you get some sort of reward.
You control whether or not this chicken lives or dies.
Yeah, but good fucking luck, because this is actually a pretty good run for this, for me at least.
I'm sure there's some insane dude who can do this in like half a minute blindfolded.
Probably. I've seen AGDQ.
Yeah.
Like, there was that one guy who could play like two-player Ikuga using his feet and his hands.
Yeah, Paging Dickus.
There was one guy, this AGDQ, who did Vanquish with only one hand, and that's not to be like a show-offy thing, but apparently he does not have fine motor control in his other hand, so he has to play all games one-handed.
That's just ridiculous.
What?
So your goal was to kill the chicken.
Oh.
This is the most convoluted KFC I've ever seen. No wonder they always look so miserable in there.
Anyway, these buzzsaws are constantly rising, so you have to outrun them.
Ooh, ghost spikes.
Yeah, ghost spikes. Avoid the ghost spikes.
Welcome to the ghost house, where the champagne flows when the bass gets louder. That's a reference from no one.
Nope. I don't get it.
I don't either.
It's a fucking terrible, dubstep? Was dubstep even a thing back then? Song?
Fucking terrible dubstep was all you really needed to say.
Yeah.
Actually, just dubstep would have worked.
Anyway, we're about to come up onto the last challenge, and this is also one where,
When did we get to the aggro crag?
This is one where, also, if you know the route, this one is super fast to do, but I forgot the route in this one. It's a maze. You have to get to the end, but every room is also an arena.
Is it random, or...?
It is not random. There is a definite path that you can take.
So you can just, like, draw a map after a time?
Yeah, or just memorize it like a stupid, like, really, really obsessive, compulsive jerklord like maybe me.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that.
Nope.
I think I would have given up about 2 challenges ago.
You go up the travelator, across the hand bikes, scale the cargo net, down the zip line.
Are we still talking about the aggro crag, or is this Ultimate Ninja?
American Gladiators.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you guys would have gotten that in Canada. Well, with it being American and all, I don't think we exported that. I think you guys would have, like, put a national ban on there for fear that we could convert it immediately.
No, we get... what the fuck was American Gladiators even on originally? CBS?
I know, sure as hell we didn't get a Canadian Gladiators.
No.
Still fucking made that. We don't make TV shows other than, like, the Red Green Show. And,
Red Green Show is the best thing to come out of Canada.
Actually, you guys do make some really hilarious children horror TV shows. Like, you made the Goosebumps show, and you made Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, yeah.
I fucking loved Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Also, we dubbed, like, every anime that aired in the 90s. Because Vancouver's
That's
a thing.
not really anything to be proud
of. Dubious
of.
honor, but... all your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Canadian.
It's like that lady who can eat the most hot dogs and the fastest in the world.
Well,
it's like...
Here's where I show off. You can just intenso the cactus to death. They are so blinded by the intenso that they just like, well, we can't do anything better than that.
Does it work as a chicken?
I think it does, yes, because it also has the same
intenso field
force thing. I just don't think that the chicken has a big enough field to hit the cactus when they were up there.
Well, that's your new goal. I want, by the end of the LP, I want to see a cactus destroyed by turning into an intenso chicken.
Yes, by the end of the LP, so...
There will be something destroyed by a chicken that is much more impressive than a cactus.
You told me about this already.
1 video and some bonus videos, so... yeah.
Actually, there's only going to be 1 bonus video, and it's probably the best bonus video I've ever made in my life.
Still have to make that bonus video of you putting spooky scary skeletons over that V4 video.
Oh god, I forgot about that. I still have those videos. I could probably still do it if I don't decide to be lazy.
Well, it's a lost project then.
Yeah, don't have to tell me about that.
No, guys, I swear, Ghostbusters is still going on.
Yeah, but now the multiplayer server's down. You monster.
Maybe if we got the PC version, we could host a private multiplayer match or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yay! You did it!
We're done. I never have to do these fucking challenges ever again. Thank God.
Does he have a picture of himself as a chicken?
Chickenstein.
But yes, next time on Guacamelee, I'm going to wrap up all the chests that I haven't gotten in the previous areas. And these guys won't be there for this because I know how much they hate that shit.
Yeah, we quit. See you assholes later.
Depends on how much I've had to drink.
Anyway, see you next time with a special guest.
Special guest, no one.
Oh no.